All right, students, today is Friday, which means it's Free Draw Friday, which means today you can draw out whatever you want. I'm going to draw something in this video, and you're welcome to follow along and try to draw the same thing I'm drawing. But I got a request from two students. So Alika wants to see how to draw a lion, and Syed wants to see how to draw a tiger. And since those things are kind of the same, we're going to do both today. So I'm going to start, I think I'm going to start with the lion. So I think that will be a little bit easier because it doesn't have any stripes I have to draw. So I'm going to think about maybe what shape I should use to show this lion's head. So I'm looking at a picture, and to me it looks kind of like a diamond shape or a rhombus. So I'm just looking at simple shapes for now. I'm not going to try to draw any of the details yet, because if I get something wrong or have to change something, I don't want to have to erase a lot and then redo everything. So for now, I'm going to make everything really light and really simple. And I guess it doesn't really look like much of a lion yet. The way I'm holding my pencil is so that when I write on the paper, the line isn't very dark. So you might even have a little trouble seeing the lines I'm making, but they're super, super light until I'm ready to add in the details. But right now I'm not ready for that. Part of drawing is taking your time. I wonder if to you guys at home it looks like a lion or just a bunch of scribble scrabbles right now. I don't see a lion yet. I think they're going to start to turn into something. Alright, I think I'm going to make some of these lines darker and put in some details. Okay. So here's that rhombus looking shape I drew. That's the lion's face. I'm going to go in here and try to make it look more like a face. So I did his nose. Looks like a nose. And then his mouth. And it goes like this. It's almost like a triangle shape here. And then his chin. Okay. I think maybe I want to put in this eye. Here, and maybe here. We'll do his forehead, his cheek. Can't really see what the lion's eyes look like in this picture that I'm using as a reference. I'm just going to color them in dark. I think that looks pretty close. So in the picture I'm looking at, he's got a lot of hair. He's got a pretty big mane. It's kind of messy. Maybe some of you guys have messy hair right now because you haven't been able to go get your hair cut. You might look like this lion. I think I'm starting to need a haircut pretty soon. Alright, his ears. I want to put the other ear in to make sure that they look symmetrical. Right, I don't want one ear to be too big and one really small. So I'm going to draw them at the same time so I can compare and contrast them. I think that looks okay. And keep going with the mane. His hair kind of sticks out a little bit. It gets a little bit, not that much. I wanted it to look like his hair was kind of messy up here. But I think I went a little bit too far. So I'll erase that. Yeah, that looks better already. So sometimes when you're drawing, something doesn't look right. But that doesn't mean you can't come back to it and fix it. We're going to go all the way around for his mane. I guess I'm using kind of a zigzag line for his mane. I use more straight lines in his face. He has a little bit of hair right here at the top of his head. Keep going. Alright, let's move on to his paws. Pretty big. I don't know if I can see how many toes he's supposed to have in this picture. I'm not exactly sure how many toes a lion should have. I think I'm gonna do 4 toes. That, I don't know, maybe you guys know more about animals than me and you're gonna tell me that that's not the right number. Okay, his paw's kind of poking out of his mane. Like his mane is going over his shoulder. So I want to get that zigzag line I was doing and make it go like that. It might be even a little bit bigger over here. So make his mane pretty big. Alright, and then 4 toes on this paw. So I was talking about symmetry with the ears where I didn't want one to be too big and one to be too small. It looks like these paws aren't really the same size, so I might have to fix that. I think this one's too big. So I'll come over to this one and try to make it look a little bit smaller to match up to his other paw. I might have to do all those toes over again. Yeah. Sometimes you have to redraw things. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. And a lot of times, having to redraw something isn't a bad thing. It means you're getting another chance to do it even better than the first time. You know, sometimes if I mess up a drawing, but I only messed up one part and I don't know how to fix it, I'll actually trace my own drawing. So I'll put my drawing on the window or a light box, and I'll trace the parts that I thought were good and then redo the parts that I couldn't get right. And it's not really cheating because you're not tracing someone else's drawing. You're tracing your own drawing. But it saves you a little time because you don't have to start all the way from the beginning. Can't really see what his back leg is doing in this picture. It's kind of cut off. I actually don't think you would see this part. I think he's doing that thing where cats kind of sit in a loaf and hide their back legs underneath their body. So I'm just going to try and show that. Maybe we'll draw his tail, maybe? I can't see his tail in the picture, but it seems wrong not to put his tail in here. Now I gotta try and remember what a lion's tail looks like. I think it has a little, like, fluffy part at the end. So I'll draw that. I'll use, like, a line that's kind of like his mane, a zigzaggy line. So there's tail. I think I can go in and erase some of my mistakes, and I think we're ready to do Syed's tiger. So let's take a look at this line. Is there anything that I want to fix before I do the tiger? You know what? I want to give some dots on his face where he would have whiskers. And then maybe I'll put a couple more zigzaggy lines in his mane. I keep wanting to say it's his beard. I'll put some more zigzag lines in his beard to make it look like his hair is really messy. And there's my lion. Alright, so we got a lion. And now we're going to do the tiger, which I think is going to be a little bit harder. So let's flip our paper over, actually. And let's see. So a tiger, it's also a cat, like a lion. So maybe I can use kind of the same shape. Maybe I can do that rhombus shape we were thinking about for its face. So I am looking at a picture of a tiger. I think that rhombus, it's like a rhombus that's bigger on the bottom than it is on the top. It's kind of like this. And then pretend someone came and cut off the top and the bottom of that rhombus. And I think that's like the shape that I want. Okay. So I'm going to figure out, the eyes are up here at the top. And I can see this tiger's eyes a little bit better than in the picture of the lion. I have like a dark line around them. I can already tell the stripes are going to be hard. They're really small on his face. It's not like big stripes, so putting all of these little details in might be pretty tricky. Alright, go in and put in his eyes. And then I think his nose is going to go right here, and it's like a triangle. That goes up. His mouth. He's got those cheeks. The parts where his whiskers are, and then his chin. And this tiger's chin's a little bit like fuzzy in this picture. So I'm going to use those zigzag lines again to show that fuzziness on his chin. Alright, and then over here on the side of his face there's some more fuzziness. He's not as fuzzy as that lion was with his mane. He is kind of. So I want to use some zigzag lines here to show that. And then it goes up. And he has ears at the top of his head. And his eyebrows, or his forehead. Okay. And then for his body, he's kind of sitting in the same pose as the lion we did earlier. So his foot's kind of out in front. And then his body's going like this. Alright, so I'm gonna start putting in some of these stripes, or else it's not really gonna look like much of a tiger. So as I'm doing the details around the face, I'm gonna be going in and adding these little dark stripes all around. As much detail as I can. Can't see everything. Some of them are really, really small. I can see a lot on his forehead. It kind of looks like, I don't know, the letter M. So I'm going to put those in. I wonder how long this is going to take me to do all those stripes on this guy. I might need a bigger pencil. Okay, he's got a little stripe above his eyebrow. You know what? His ears, a little bit, they stick out a little bit more than what I drew. Okay. Where else does he have stripes? Under his eyes. There's like a little one here and here. His cheeks. On the side of his face, there are some stripes. There's a big one right here. Some of that hair. Show how fuzzy his ears are. This tiger's actually looking a little chubby. Maybe I need to make him a little bit thinner. Okay, we can do that. I'll have this leg stretch out a little bit more. Maybe this one stretch out. Maybe that will make him look a little skinnier. Where's my pencil? Alright. It's a little bit fuzzy over here too. Alright. His back. Going like this. This one, I don't see his tail either. So I'll make up the tail. I'll have it going like that. Okay. A little bit hard to see. Let's put in his fingers, or his toes, or I don't know. I guess these are his hands, because they're in the front. So So there's 4 little fingers, kind of like the letter C, but backwards. Wait, the letter C, but forwards. They're just like the letter C. So there's my tiger's hands. Let's put some stripes into his body too. There's a lot of big ones. They curve in the direction of his body, so they're not like perfectly straight. So you wouldn't want to like take your ruler and make the tiger's stripes like super straight and perfect, because it looks like sometimes they start out thicker and get thinner. They don't stay the same thickness. They curve and bend around his body. Let's see, on his hands, they're kind of curving like this. So I'll try to show that. They're really thick up here. Near his shoulders. Some of them are kind of like short and some of them go really long. So I think making them all look a little bit different really helps make the tiger look more realistic. If you made them all really close, I think it might look kind of fake. These ones on the back are really thick. I think he's starting to look like a tiger. His ears look a little funny. That's okay. Not everything you draw has to turn out perfect. So, since we get better at drawing the more we do it, the first time you draw something, like this is, I think, the first time I'm sitting down and trying to draw a tiger. First time you draw it, it might not be the best drawing you've ever made, but the next time you do it, it would probably look a little bit better. And if you did it 10 times, alright, someone just rang my doorbell, so I went to go answer that. And I'm going to keep working on my tiger. But I was saying how the more you draw something, each time you draw it, probably the better you get at it. I think my tiger looks a little bit better than my lion. And I bet that's because the lion kind of acted like practice. Since a tiger and a lion are so similar, when I came to draw the lion, the tiger, I had a little bit of practice, and so it went better, or it was easier for me. I don't know if tigers have stripes on their tails, because I can't see in this picture if they do or not, but I am going to put them on anyways. There's tail. I think that's my tiger. So we did a lion, or I did a lion today. You don't have to do a lion and a tiger. It's Friday, so you can do whatever you want. So here's my lion. So my lion looks kind of sad. Maybe I can do something to make his eyes look less sad. I don't know. He just looked a little bit sad there. Alright, so there's my lion, and there's my tiger. And now you guys can go ahead and either draw along with me or do something different. You do not have to draw the same thing I did, but I had a lot of fun drawing these two animals. So thank you, Syed and Alika, for the suggestions, and I hope you guys have a really good weekend.